What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miko, and today I'll be showing you guys how to make dark guitar loops in the style of Cubeatz, Travis Scott, Dez Bryant, 808 Mafia, all that good stuff. And also I'll be showing you guys a fire guitar processing sauce which you can implement when you make your next guitar loops. But before we get into that, make sure you guys get my sample pack, Mixed Emotions Volume 1 and 2. It's free, so you have nothing to lose. This sample will also be included in the free pack, so now let's get back to the video. So as you can probably tell, the main instrument in this sample is a nylon guitar. And while we're on that, let's talk about the guitar sauce that I mentioned earlier. So essentially what you want to do is you record 2 takes of you playing the guitar, right? Same notes, same melody, same rhythm, but because it's a live recording and you're playing a real instrument, the recording won't be 100% identical. And then you want to pan one recording to the hard right and the other one to the hard left. And so what that does is it makes the guitar sound wider, makes it more stereo. You can also do this with only one recording, but it won't sound as good because what makes it feel wide is the imperfections on each recording, so they kind of fill in one another. And using a stereo effect plugin also won't sound as good. This technique is really similar to how a stereo plugin makes a recording sound wider by using the Haas effect. I won't get super technical, but essentially how it works is the plugin will pan one recording to the left and one to the right and offset one of them to make it sound wider. So basically we're doing that manually. So for example, this is how the raw recordings sound. And if I pan one to the hard right and one to the hard left, they sound like this. It sounds so good rather than just using a stereo shaper plugin. And yeah, so that's the not so secret sauce guitar recording something. You can actually do this method also with a VST guitar. You can play with the MIDI, offset a little bit if you're into that stuff. Personally for me, I really love using real instruments because they sound way better. But if you don't have a real guitar and you want to buy a VST guitar, what I recommend is this Ilya Efimov bank. Ilya Efimov. Ilya Efimov bank from Kontakt. They have this nylon guitar bank. It sounds amazing, but still for $69 you could have gotten a really nice real guitar. I'm getting off track. So the first layer on the loop is this strum D sharp chord. And then the second layer is this accent. It's just me freestyling on the guitar. And then I added a top layer for the hook. Sounds like this. Next is this strum B major chord. The majority of the sample is only the D sharp chord, but I added a chord change for the bridge section and the second half of the hook to make this sort of build up effect. So it'll hit harder when the hook comes in. Sounds like this. And then I added bass notes. I kinda played around with the bass notes for the bridge and the second half of the hook to make the sample sound more interesting and not boring. Altogether, they sound like this. For the effects on the guitar, I added an EQ to cut off the low frequencies, transient master, raise the attack, makes the guitar sound pluckier, RC20 to raise the tone so the guitar sound brighter, gives it more texture and reverb. Simple stuff. Next, I added some ear candy, this ARP from Analog Lab, to make the transition from the bridge to the hook smoother, and I also automated the panning to make it go from left to right, makes it more interesting. This is how it sounds. For the effects, I only added a reverb. Next, this bell from Keyscape. I didn't put any effects on it, just panned it a little bit to the right. Next, this whistle sound from Analog Lab. For the effects, I added an RC20 and an EQ to cut off harsh frequencies, and I also panned it a little bit. Next, I added vocals, a couple of vocals from Producer Grind's kit, also some vocals that I recorded myself. I also did the exact same guitar technique for the vocals that I recorded myself. You can really use this technique on any type of sound, so I kind of experimented with that. For the vocals, I added an EQ to cut off unwanted frequencies, raise the low mids a little bit, Fresh Air to raise the highs, a nice free plugin, and also Pancake to automate the panning. Also a free plugin. It's a nice plugin. Y'all should check it out. After that's done, I structured the whole sample, and then I rendered it out, and then I pitched it down 2 semitones, and I put it on a bus channel, and I added an RC20 just to tie all those sounds together. So the next thing I did, I exported the sample, opened up a new FLP, and added some simple drums. So I added 6 drum sounds, a hi-hat, a snare, open hat, another open hat, counter snare, and an 808. I tried a different bounce with the hi-hats. I did it in 1/3 because it fits the melody well, and then I structured the beat. 16 bars for the hook, 16 bars for the verse, and 4 bars for the bridge. I usually do 8 bars for the bridge, but because of the unique structure of the sample, I did it in 4 bars. The intro on this beat is also kind of weird. It's in 12 bars. I usually do 16 or 8 bars for the intro, and I didn't put any effects on the drums. I just leveled it out. But for the master, I put 2 EQs. The first one is just a standard 18,000 Hertz cut. The second one is just me messing around with boosting the frequencies that I like, a limiter to make the beat louder, and most importantly, a soft clipper. Makes the drum sound harder. And so this is how the final beat sounds. Okay, so that's it for the video. If y'all like the video, please make sure to leave a like, leave a comment about anything. Any type of feedback is appreciated, and also hit the bell so you guys can get notified every time I upload a video so you won't miss anything. And subscribe. Hope you guys have an amazing day, and see y'all on the next one. Yes, sir.